Good morning, everybody. Pam here with your Mindset and Marketing Maximizer on a beautiful Tuesday. I hope you all had an awesome Easter weekend. It was kind of crazy, but it wasn't for me just because of we didn't really go anywhere, obviously, but I just wanted to kind of make things a little bit normal for the kids and whatnot. Just because, life is a little bit crazy right now, which understandable, right? But I'm just inviting a few people to join me here. Okay. So yeah, I kind of wanted to keep things mostly normal for us in the ways of Easter. We don't normally go to church services or anything like that, so that part was easy for us. But the last couple of years we've spent visiting family over the weekend, and we couldn't really do that this year. So I arranged for my family, my dad's side of the family. Some of them live only a couple hours away, but then there are other ones that live like on the other side of the country. I've got an aunt that lives in the States. So those family, I don't really see all that often. We see each other on social media here and there, but it's not something that we get to talk all the time, right? So I arranged for a Zoom call because I have a paid Zoom account. I've had it for a year, something like that. I've had a paid Zoom account, and I use Zoom every week for meetings and stuff like that online anyway. So I was like, hey guys, do you want to do like a Zoom hangout for a while? And we hung out it was over an hour and just chatted. It was myself. I got to see the girls and my two uncles and a few aunts, 4 aunts. So that was so fun just to hang out with them. And lots of them hadn't really used Zoom before, or it was only the second or third time that they'd ever used Zoom. So it was pretty entertaining. My oldest uncle's 60 some years, 70, almost 70. And he was pretty entertaining. He's like, if I can figure this out, so can everybody else. But I could see the top half of his head, and he was like this. He had his laptop open, and that's all you could see of his face. It was pretty funny. So we did that on Saturday night, hung out with my family. Well, I was just cooking dinner. I had my laptop in the kitchen, and I was just cooking dinner, and then ate while we were just chatting. And so that was pretty cool. It was pretty laid back. And so we had lots of fun doing that. And then Saturday night, the Easter Bunny came. So, hey Jenna, how's it going over on your side of the road? Jenna lives just up the road from me, so love you, girl. And yeah, the Easter Bunny came and brought the girls some goodies and some crafts and some fun stuff to do. I feel like I spent almost the whole day cooking, even though I didn't really, I cooked for my family. I didn't cook for anybody else, so I just kind of felt weird. I don't know, that I was just cooking, and then we ate, and then it was it was just us. Always busy farm. Yes, us too, Jenna. Cordell's home this week. He is currently trying to find our nitrogen tank so that him and Heath can go get nitrogen, I think today or tomorrow. I think today. Because Heath wants to go do some branding, and of course we need a refill on ours too, so may as well, right? I don't think we're branding anything this year though. I think our little ones are too little to brand. Anyway, regardless, that's not the point of this whole thing. But yeah, Sunday was crazy. Made an Easter dinner. I made ham with scalloped potatoes and carrots, and I made cinnamon buns. And Saturday we made Easter cookies. So we had some of those. We left the Easter Bunny a cookie and some carrots, because we're kind of operating like the Easter Bunny is kind of similar to Santa, where they just you leave out your baskets and stuff, and then you have to find your basket full of stuff and the eggs and stuff, and then you leave the Easter Bunny a present. That's kind of what we're doing now. So it's fun. The kids have fun. The oldest, Zoe, wrote a note for the Easter Bunny, colored a card, and she thought that was fun too. So then yesterday was kind of business as usual. Just kind of doing my business stuff, and the markets were open, so I was checking that out. I've been dabbling in the whole foreign exchange trading, plus I bought some more stocks. I bought my first stocks last week, and then I bought my second set of stocks. I set the bid for, not the bid, but like I set the purchase for yesterday, but it was like too late in the day. So it actually went through this morning, but whatever, it works. And yeah, so I bought some stocks, and I've been in a demo account playing the foreign exchange, and it's been going well, learning lots. So that's good. I want to kind of learn with fake money before I put my real money into that, because it's such a volatile market. I've been binge watching YouTube videos on like stock investing. So there's been lots of that too. It's all about spending your time wisely, right? So I'm just like learning and absorbing knowledge and helping other people too, because I'm still in the accelerator program for the Affiliate Institute. So I have my little group that we're not masterminding every day, but every day, like there's usually a question in there about something. So hey, I got, this video, this little tutorial can explain that, or hey, let's jump on a Zoom and I can help you with this, or just stuff like that. And then they're helping me with stuff like, for me, it's, I need help with like my headlines, like eye-catching stuff like that. So anyway, so we're all helping each other, and like, cause I'm not like super, super creative, but I'm like super technical. So there's a lot of back and forth exchange, which is awesome. I love, love, love my group. So anyway, today, I want to talk about how to start a side hustle even when you're not so tech savvy, because that seems to be my forte. And I'm like, oh yeah, the tech stuff's easy. But then there's lots of people that are super intimidated by like technological stuff. And this kind of stems from, me helping my group, plus my uncle being on that Zoom call on Saturday night. And it was so funny, just like, if I could do it, anybody could do it. Because my one uncle was messaging in the group like, oh, I don't know how to do all this technological stuff. And the oldest uncle, like the oldest brother out of all of them, he's like, well, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I would like to break down some of the things that you can do, even if you don't think that you're a technically savvy kind of person, you can still start a side hustle with, being isolated, socially distant, staying at home, that sort of thing, because that is our circumstance right now, right? So it's safe to say that our world has shifted in the past month or so, probably just over a month. I know we were in Red Deer the first weekend of March, and that's kind of when stuff started hitting the fan. That's when people were starting to hoard toilet paper, mass purchase toilet paper and hand sanitizer. And we don't live in that part of Alberta. We live up in northern Alberta, so it hadn't really hit up here yet. But while we were in Red Deer, it was kind of hitting like those big central areas like Calgary and Red Deer and Edmonton. We're just like, what is going on? And we kind of knew obviously we follow the news, my husband more so than I do, of what obviously was happening in the world with China and Italy and everything. And we're just like, why is it hitting so bad here? Like, come on, people. It's not like toilet paper. Really? Anyway, so it's safe to say that we, as a global community, as people that are living in this time right now, we are in uncharted territory for our time. Emotionally, socially, physically, financially, we're all kind of in this boat afloat and not sure exactly what's going to happen. Everybody has the fear of the unknown, right? And this is like the perfect storm of unknown, because, with the COVID virus, everybody's just like, I don't know what's going on. And we're all stuck at home for who knows what length of time. Hey, Krista, lady, long time no chat. Oh my goodness, you're on my Go Live. I feel so honored. I'm going to wave at you. Wave. So you may be seeing fear, anxiety, pain everywhere, especially if you are on social media, if you are watching the news at all, if you're watching the live streams. it's kind of crazy, and a lot of that stuff you can internalize so much. So a few weeks ago I talked about having all those feelings during a pandemic. Definitely go back and watch that go live, because I talked about ways that you can stem those feelings, or kind of put them at bay anyway. But there's also, in amongst all of this chaos, there is hope, there is inspiration, there is beauty. And I know it may take a trained eye to see it, and I've been practicing gratitude for 2 years, pretty much full time now. I have a gratitude practice that I do every morning. People helping people, holding doors is a huge deal nowadays because nobody wants to touch anything. People going out of their way to help each other during this time. And that's where, you can come in when it comes to having an online presence, is that you can do things like what I do here, or what other people do with videos and go lives and posts and just things like that. And you can spread your message and use your voice for good. And what I do is I send messages, text messages or Facebook messages, or I do these go lives, or quick little video messages, just checking in with people. Not regularly, but every once in a while I'll send, hey, how's it going? Just making sure you're holding up. And for the most part, the people out here where we live are pretty good, because we're kind of used to this. We've been preparing for the social isolation for all of our lives, because this is how we live. Not a lot has changed. I have a bad wireless connection. Hopefully I'm staying okay. I don't have my Wi-Fi turned on. I'm on network, so hopefully it's working. Anyway, so there's also less pollution, because there's less people driving around. And even if you looked at China and Italy, people that have been countries, societies that have been in social isolation full time, on lockdown for longer than a couple weeks, the wildlife is starting to come back. It's been amazing for our globe to not be so active, if that makes sense. So there is beauty in all of this chaos and panic and fear of the unknown. Look for the beauty. But in amongst all this, there has never been a better time to be creative with starting a side hustle. Whether or not it's something that you've even thought about, you just never know, right? You may find yourself in one or more of these situations. So you're stuck at home. Your income has reduced or even disappeared in lots of cases, and you're concerned about your financial future, having to depend on an economy, having to depend on somebody else to support your family. That's a huge deal. And of course, most of us, like Krista, Jenna, myself, we're all familiar with the oil field kind of mentality, where people get laid off on a regular basis. It's a ebb and flow kind of thing. We're used to ups and downs, but the normal people in this world that don't have to deal with that, to them, this is a huge deal. And our eyes are opened pretty much every time the price of oil takes a dip and there's a bunch of layoffs, or a bunch of people getting reduction in their pay, right? Or job sharing, or any of that. And it's not something that the normal people, non-oil field people understand. I saw this meme about, there's a guy standing there in a noose, and I can't remember it. Shoot. Oh, it's a good meme. Oh, I should post it in here when I'm done. About oil fields and people being laid off. And there's the guy standing there in the noose hey, is this your first time? Anyway, I'll post it in the meme. It's way funnier than me trying to explain it. So if you decide to take back your control of that which you can control, there is opportunity, depending on your goals, that can be a great way to limp your family through all of this, or even to springboard yourself into a new career. So starting a side hustle is super, super exciting, but the tech side of things, especially because everything's online now, can be very intimidating to some people. So I've kind of comprised a bit of a list of things that most side hustles need in order to kind of get going, and how to navigate them despite of any tech limitations that you think you may have. You think you have them. You don't have them. You think you have them. So that's number one, overcoming the mental block. This is the first and foremost in the whole process. You have to nix these limiting beliefs that you are not tech savvy. You replace it with the powerful positive opposite. And if you've been following me for a while, I know exactly what I'm talking about because I talk about it all the time. Replacing your limiting beliefs, your bad self-talk with the powerful positive opposite all the time. Write it down. Negative self-talk, powerful positive opposite. I want you to repeat this daily. Powerful positive opposite. I am willing to learn the skills I need to be successful. I am a tech wizard. I know these affirmations may seem silly to you, but they work. Put them on sticky notes all over your house. Put reminders in your phone every hour. Type that out. I am willing to learn the skills I need to be successful. I am a tech wizard. Repeat that to yourself on the daily, because guess what? It will happen. So that is the first thing. Very, very first thing that you need is to overcome that mental block. The second thing is to create a website. And no matter what you decide to start, whether you're selling something or promoting something or whatever, I don't care what it is, you will need a website. Sorry, not sorry. Most can be purchased through a hosting platform. They're easily built with the help of tools like Wix or Weebly or WordPress. You could drag and drop pictures, text blocks, buttons, and like millions of other things. There's so much stuff on there that I made my website just over a year ago, and I've barely even cracked the surface of the stuff that I can do with it. I'm learning something new every day, and I'm the tech person. There's no coding knowledge that is required. There is a free way that you can create your own website. I don't recommend it, but if you don't have the money to buy a domain and host it on a website, you can go to WordPress or Weebly or Wix, and you could create a free one with one of their subdomains. So it'd be like www dot whatever you want. So your name .weebly.com, and it can be hosted through that, and it's free. It just won't be completely compliant if you want to start running Facebook ads or YouTube ads or Pinterest ads or anything like that. It won't be 100% compliant, so you might get flagged. I'm just saying, if you plan on doing any of that stuff, I don't recommend that. But for myself, I kind of did some research about a year ago. I started my hosting through SiteGround. And they have an affiliate program, which is awesome. So I got not the most basic package, but I got the second package, is a couple $100 for a year. Then you have your domain on there, which is $15 for the year. And then you can go ahead and build the WordPress is free. If any of you need help with that, reach out. I help people with that stuff all the time. So let me know if you need help with anything. If you don't have a website, if you've never had a website before, hit me up. I can help you with that. So if you want to eventually run any sort of paid advertising, you will need a hosted website for that specifically. So, but let me know for sure. Let me know. I don't want you to start something that won't be compliant in the future. So I want to make sure that you are 100% compliant. If you have the funds to, the $200 or $300 to get the website up and running, I highly recommend that. It's only for the year, so it's divided by 12, less than that per month. So it's super, super easy. Another way to do it is through Drop Funnels. It's a WordPress. It's made with WordPress as well. It's hosted on WordPress, so it's super fast download times. They have a bunch of templates on Drop Funnels That is a plug and play, super, super easy to navigate. Again, if you want to check any of those out, let me know and we could jump on a quick Zoom call. I can show you all the different variations of any of those, and pretty much anything that you're going to do has an affiliate program. So you can start like whatever side gig you're going to do. You can start like an affiliate thing on the side and then do affiliate as well as whatever side gig you're going to do. So it's like you can be doing so much at the same time. I know it sounds really, really overwhelming right now, but it's not. So like I said, just let me know if you need help with a website. I could show you the different platforms that I use, and then you can decide from there. Number 3, social media. Hey, Amanda, how are you doing this morning? Thanks for jumping on. So no matter what side hustle you want to do, social media presence is needed. That's just the way it is nowadays. It doesn't matter if it's on Pinterest or Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever. You'll need something. I have pretty much all of that. I don't use Snapchat a lot, but I use it once in a while. It's more for friends and stuff. But like, I just started kind of using TikTok. I'm playing with it a little bit. That is really easy to get sucked in. Just watching the videos are very addicting. So be careful with TikTok. So with Instagram, if you have an Instagram presence already, awesome. You can convert it to a business account, or you can start a whole new one and create it as a business account. I recommend it as a business account because then you can do paid advertising if you'd like. You can see insights of how many people are visiting, reposting, commenting, all that stuff, and just kind of like the timing of when to post is really key when it comes to posting content on your social media. And then, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I talked about increasing your organic engagement on your Facebook page. Definitely check that out because that has something to do with the times in which you post and the content in which you post, about all of that stuff. So I kind of go into a little bit more detail with that there. So with Facebook, lots of people use their personal Facebook for their side hustle. That is perfectly fine, perfectly okay. It depends on what you want to do. You cannot run paid advertising from a personal Facebook account. If that's something that you want to do in the future, or you feel like you want to do in the future, get a Facebook fan page. It's super, super easy to create. On the top right, there's a little triangle. You click that and you scroll down and it says create page. Create page. Easy. So create a page or even a group. Groups are good too. Groups are a little bit more personal, but your reach is limited with groups. It's limited with Facebook too, depending on how you use it, or with the page too. Like I said, go through that organic one from a couple of weeks ago, and that should help. But it's all about just creating that personal connection with people. I have this group that I do my go lives in because I like having that one-on-one conversation. I like having that, like the roundtable conversations with people, people helping people, right? That's what these groups are all about. But people will not see your posts and go lives or whatever that you're doing in your group unless you have invited them to your group, or they have accepted an invite to your group, or they've requested to be added to your group. Whereas with pages, they're global. Like, the public sees them all the time. You cannot change that setting at all. So there is a really delicate balance between your personal profile, a Facebook page, and a group. I have all three, and I kind of use all three. So like I said, there's a really delicate balance between all three. So it's something that you learn over time, or that you just kind of pick up. And posting, like I said, at appropriate times, and the content that you and your audience relates to. Like I said, I did a go live 2 weeks ago in here, or you can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. It's the same go live on organic, increasing your organic traffic to your Facebook page. So there's lots of stuff in there. Plus, within this group, there is a tutorial on creating eye-catching content from your smartphone. Go into the unit section, and it's in there. There's like I think it's like a 30-minute video. It comes with like a little Google Docs handout. You can print that off and follow along. It's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, number 4, building an email list. This seems really overwhelming to somebody, like building an email list. Why would I want to do that? So an email list is an asset to any business. You know how you go to sign up for stuff online, or if you go to a trade show and put down your information, that is the business owner collecting your information to later market to you, whatever it is they want to market. That is an asset. The list is something that your business owns. Your group, the people in your group, followers on your Instagram, your fan page, any of that, those are not lists that you own. Those are audiences that can come and go as they please because of free will. Now, when people sign up for your list, they acknowledge that they're part of a list. So it is an asset that you actually physically own. I have like a list of like 600 people. It comes and goes. People all subscribe, people unsubscribe. It comes and goes. What? Apparently the little one's in the bathtub. Zoe, go get your sister out of the bathtub, please. So it seems really overwhelming to set up, but most platforms are super, super easy to plug and play. You can add subscribers one at a time. So like if you're at a trade show, or if you're like, for myself within this group, I just changed my questions to add an email. So I had like 5 people sign it or request to be added here over the weekend. I asked for their email. They put in their email. I put them into my email list I have separate lists for like different things that I have going on. So one for my group, and you can do that, which is amazing. I use Aweber. I was with GetResponse up until about a year ago or so. And then I was having problems with it, so I changed. But Aweber's been really good to integrate to all the different things that I got going. All my funnels, my website, it's been really, really easy. I've had really good open rates. So like I said, Aweber's really good. GetResponse is another one. MailChimp is another one I don't really have any experience with, but I've heard good things. And then ActiveCampaign can be a little on the tech side. So if you're like super not tech savvy, I'd stay away from ActiveCampaign. But Aweber's really good. MailChimp is really good as well. So they all have drag and drop editors. So you can like email your email list at any time, and you can like put together a really simple email. And simple ways to add subscribers one at a time, like I said, or you can import bigger lists from, if you've had previous lists from anywhere, or if you have people just signing into like a Google Doc or a Google form, then you can import that list. I know that sounds tech, but it's not as bad as you think it is. Number 5, making content for your social media and website. I kind of already touched on this, the tutorial in the group, creating eye-catching content with your smartphone under units, and the videos in there. There's only 2-3 tutorials in there, so it's pretty easy to find. You want to make sure that, your pictures, your videos, they're well lit, reducing excess noise in your videos. So like I have the TV turned right down so the kids can still watch it and be entertained without bugging me and having it as background noise. If I'm outside, I want to make sure that there's somewhere with no wind, because wind can create that noise, and that can be very distracting. Plus, you can't hear whatever the person's saying. Videos tend to do better than photos. It depends on your audience, but don't not post just because you don't want to do a video. Honestly, don't. Learn copywriting. I've been reading Copywriting Secrets with Jim Edwards, I think his name is. And it's a really good book for copywriting. Excuse me, my voice is starting to go already. Post about topics that you and your audience can relate to. Be raw, be real, be authentic, be yourself. That is what matters to your audience. And you will acquire people that way. You'll acquire audience members that way. You'll acquire people for your email list that way. Go lives are probably one of my favorite things to connect with my audience. And I know you guys know that I I love go lives. But if you are afraid of the go live, it's okay. It's okay to be a little bit scared of the go live, especially at first. You could try just little short videos. You could try little short go lives. For the most part, when you start doing go lives, you're not going to have anybody watching anyway. People are going to be watching the replay. Make sure you post them. Hey, Tina, you're on. Oh my goodness. Ah, I didn't see you come on. Hey, Tina. So even if you don't want to do a go live, then do a quick little video. Hey, I'm Pam. I am a mom. I'm a farmer. I'm a blah, 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 whatever. Introduce yourself. That's what matters. People want to get to know you and they want to be able to relate to you. Like me and my kids are right now, they're in the bathroom and they're yelling at me. They're like, Mom. I'm like, what? I'm in the bathroom. Okay, go get your sister. Like, this is real life. My husband's outside digging in the snow. I don't know what he's doing. He's outside playing. I think he just needed to get out of the house for 15 minutes while I did this. So like I said, go lives are an amazing way to connect with your audience, but if you're afraid of pushing that go live button, any video will do until you're ready to do that. What's up?
Shay wants you help.
I'm almost done.
Okay, I'll tell Shay.
Okay, thank you. Most videos on social media are watched without sound. So if you do a pre-recorded video with any sort of value, like they're teaching, the 1 minute value video on your Facebook pages, I do recommend captions. So Facebook does allow you to generate captions with them. If you're doing it not on your phone, but if you're posting from your computer, like a PC or a laptop or a Mac or whatever it is that you use, they will generate them. They're a little off, so you might have to edit a little bit, but it's really, really easy. Another way that it's usually bang on is, if you go to rev.com, you pay like $1.25 for a minute of video captioning. And then you can just upload that SRT file right when you're uploading your video. But that's getting super tech. And like I said, if you need help with that, I can jump on a Zoom. It's like I can just do a quick demo. It's super, super easy. I can actually film one if you guys want me to. I'm just saying. So import the SRT, and then Facebook has the option to generate their own captions, or you can add the SRT file. It's super, super easy. So that is the content. And like I said, creating ad catching content with your smartphone is a super good tutorial that I made not too long ago.
Shay pooped.
Okay, well, I will change her in a minute. I'm almost done.
Okay, Mom.
Go.
Can I say hi?
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, you want up? Here. You're too short.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Go watch your show. I'll turn it off.
Can I eat something?
Fine.
Okay.
Troubleshooting. Inevitably, you will run into some sort of issue. All these tech geniuses that you see out there did not start by being experts. They were experts in Google. They can search Google and YouTube. They know the right words to punch in there. I'm kind of one of those people. It just comes naturally to me. People are like, I searched this and I didn't get it. Well, I got it. Sorry. Anyway, they searched for a solution to their problem. They did not become an expert by just knowing it. They searched for it. They learned it. So they do a search, read, apply, search, read, apply to any problem that they encounter with their tech issues. So whenever they encountered a problem, they typed a description into the search bar, like how to put a progress bar on my videos. It was just before Christmas, not this past year, but the year before, that I was like, I don't know how to do this. And I played with it with like 4 different softwares, just trying to figure out how to easily put a progress bar onto my videos. And I searched and I figured it out, and I know how to do it now, and it's super, super easy. I made my own little tutorial and everything so people can understand how easy it is to put a progress bar on your videos. I know that sounds really high-tech editing skills that you're not ready for. That's okay, because eventually you might be ready for that, and then you can come back to my units, my tutorial unit, and I think it's in there. It's a YouTube video. So you can solve almost any problem without having the skills. Then you will be the tech genius that everyone will go to. Get out of here.
I want cinnamon
You did.
bun.
Then go eat a cinnamon bun. I don't care. Get out of here. There's one cinnamon bun left from Sunday. That's it. So, and then you can also reach out in here because, like I said, I'm kind of a tech person and I like to find solutions to those kind of problems. So definitely reach out if you cannot find the solution on your own by just Google or YouTube searching something. And the last thing is plan your business. So even though this feels like a hobby, it feels like something you're just going to kind of dabble in, you need to treat it like a business if it's going to be a business. That's pretty much it. Develop a business plan. If you need to borrow any capital for investing in your business, then definitely you will need a business plan because banks will not look at you. Any lender will not look at you without having a business plan. That's just the way it is. If you don't need to, it's just nice to have the plan in your head to see your trajectory. Like, where are you starting? Where do you want to go? Let's plan some goal markers along the way, right? So develop a business plan and keep a tight leash on your budget. Do not overspend. If you plan on buying paid Facebook ads or any sort of paid social media buying, please let me know and I will help you. I promise I will not let you spend way too much money on that because I've done that. When I jumped into this whole affiliate marketing thing, I just threw money at it. I was like, here, take all my money, Facebook, here. And it didn't really work so good. So I know from learning experiences. Okay, you had a cheese string? Good. Okay, go ask Zoe. So keep a tight leash on your budget, commit to learning and adapting, and you stand a really, really good chance of being successful. And if this whole tech thing is super, super overwhelming to you, there's always outsourcing. So people like me, if you don't want to run Facebook ads, you don't want to learn, I'm your girl. There's also people at Upwork, so creating like banners, logos, Upwork, Fiverr. There's also people that are professional copywriters. Of course, to me, I would rather write my own copy than pay somebody else that doesn't know my audience. But when you're starting out, sometimes you just kind of need to get the gist of how copywriting works. And like I said, Copywriting Secrets is an amazing book if you don't know anything about copywriting. Our Affiliate Institute program is really good at teaching that stuff too. Lucas Rashevsky does our copywriting course. He's amazing. Tyler Caldwell, the guy that I learned traffic, how to do paid advertising, he's the one that teaches all of the traffic courses inside Affiliate Institute. So there's so much good things. There's lots of financial stuff in there too. So all about running a business if you have not done that before. But you don't have to go through a platform like that if you want to learn on your own. Because like I said, Google and YouTube are pretty damn good resources if you run into problems. And then of course, this group is also amazing. Definitely write your questions in here. You can drop them in this video if you want, or you can just write them on the wall of this group and I will definitely get back to you. And if I don't know the answer, I can usually try and find them pretty easy because like I said, I am not an expert, but I learned Google and YouTube searching pretty darn good. So those are ways how you can start a side hustle even when you're not so tech savvy, because there's a lot of people that are very intimidating by all this tech stuff. And I am not. To me, that's the easy part. To me, the hard part was learning the very first thing, overcoming the mental blocks of basically being worthy of being successful and learning how to relate to people and like talk to people. So there's been a big learning curve for me in that aspect. But like I said, the tech thing came so easy. But we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses, right? So I'm here to help you if your weakness is tech stuff. But I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you to Jenna and Krista and Amanda and Tina for jumping on live. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate you so much. If you're not watching this in my group, if you're catching the replay on my YouTube channel or on my my website. You can definitely, there's a link around here somewhere. You can click on it, pamreeby.com/FYOF. You can request access into my group. Of course, you guys have noticed that the group name has changed a little over the weekend. I'm so excited for all this new evolving that is going on within my life, my career, and hopefully will impact you guys in an amazing way as well. Until next week, same time, same place. So right here in this group at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, I will be here live with your Mindset and Marketing Maximizer. Until then, have an awesome week. Cheers. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.